Okay, so this is a video unboxing the Acer Swift 14 AI laptop, and I'm looking forward to this. This is actually the touchscreen one, and I basically want to use this for business use. So this looked perfect just because it was pretty portable. Battery life was incredible, so I don't have to lug a charger around. It's actually slightly heavier than my old laptop, but if you deduct the charger, it's actually a little bit lighter. So it seemed like the best laptop for portability and also performance, with I think it's the Amgen processor included. And based on my research, it seemed to be one of the better, more modern processors. So I'm looking forward to getting this open. I'm actually going to pause while I kind of open it because it's going to be difficult with one hand. So let me go ahead and do that. We can see how it looks. So even with two hands, you can see I didn't do the best job at kind of opening it cleanly. So I'm going to do my best here to do it with two hands. I just might have to pause it just for your viewing experience. But yeah, package wise, I'll probably pause to do this, but nothing special. I guess pretty standard, like most modern. I think this is an Acer one, so they've kind of got the credibility. They can get away with not doing some kind of special, amazing packaging, I suppose. So I'm going to attempt to just actually open the sleeve here. Got it upside down, but let's see if we can have a look at it. So like I said, a little bit heavier. So it's 1.32 kilos, I believe. But the thing that I found is if it's too light and you're trying to like type on it on your lap, and let's say you're on a train or a plane or something like that, it becomes quite difficult if it's too light to actually type without it kind of flying around everywhere and moving around. So I actually wanted something kind of a little bit sturdier. I don't mind that it's slightly heavier, and it's not by much anyway. So if we go ahead and open it up, which we can quite easily do with one hand. I also wanted a laptop which has quite comfortable typing, comfortable keys. So I've got my old laptop there, and so you can see here it's so worn, like the actual casing there is worn, the keys falling off. And I had an Acer before, but this is so much more comfortable. It's backlit keyboard as well, so perfect for those late night sessions when you're working. But yeah, it looks amazing. Doesn't feel cheap either, even though I believe it's made from mostly recycled like aluminium and other materials. So pretty happy with the inside and the weight I've already mentioned. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and charge this up, actually power it on once I've done so. I believe when you get a new laptop, it's always best to fully charge it, but based on my research, that could be wrong. Maybe some in the comments will tell me otherwise, but let me go ahead and charge it, and we'll see how it looks when we first turn it on together for the first time. Okay, so it's been a little while. It's now fully charged. Let's go ahead and power this on for first time. All really exciting. Just see how quick it comes on. I noticed there's at the top here kind of a little bit of different design with the camera. There is no privacy cover included, but then you can literally purchase them off eBay for a couple of pounds. So yeah, just wait for it to turn on. I'm guessing because it's the first time this has been switched on, it's taking a little while. So yeah, perhaps I'll just pause till we get to the next part here. So it is coming through as a little I'll go through the setup here. A little bit loud. You can see it has got those, if I zoom in a bit, there we go. You can see it has got some fans to cool it down. This is the problem I had with my old Acer, is it just kept overheating. And I was literally on Zoom calls and stuff, and it just just kept crashing. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up. This is not the most exciting part for you to really watch, and just kind of show you once it's all set up, how it looks and how it performs in just a second. Just speaking of the charger there, excuse my my legs showing there, but you can actually see this USB-C charger, which I wasn't expecting. I'm aware that you can charge most laptops through USB-C anyway, so same as my phone charger, but I found it quite interesting because the charger's actually quite heavy despite that. So, but again, if it's up to 26 hours battery life, unless I'm like staying overnight, or sometimes I'm speaking at conferences where it's best to have it plugged in where you're presenting. Sometimes I'll need the charger for that, but the charger's a little bit heavier than I thought it'd be, to be honest. Not quite sure how much this weighs, but there is a little bit of weight to the kind of casing here. So just something to be aware of, but again, you're not going to need it all the time, at least. So while I'm waiting for this to charge, just going through other bits that are in here, you know, the usual instructions, safety information. Cost-wise, it was £1,100 to sterling. I actually found it better value ordering it directly through Acer's website, which I wasn't expecting. It was cheaper there than it was through Amazon or you know, eBay and these other sites. So, see if this is anything of interest. Let me just passport. It also came with, so at the time it was £400 off direct through Acer, and gets, you know, 3 years warranty with that. So it's not too bad of a deal. And because I'm using it predominantly for, almost entirely for business, I don't really not use a laptop, or I should say I don't use a laptop if I'm just doing personal stuff. So it was put through the business, so it's, you know, real business expense there. Nothing that interesting here that you wouldn't see in any other kind of box. It's all kind of, you know, recycled material type of thing. So once it's back on, everything's all charged, then we'll go ahead and see how it looks. Okay, so just going through the setup process. Again, nothing too exciting. This is Windows 11, by the way, and so if you're looking for something Windows 10 or below, this is probably not going to help. I was always a little bit skeptical about going for Windows 11, but I think it's just the way it's going. I think Windows 10 is going to be phased out at some point anyway, if not already, by the time if you're seeing this video later. But let me just see, because this is, there we go. So it is touchscreen. I wasn't sure if I mentioned that earlier. So, because yeah, my wrists were getting a little bit, you know, achy, constantly being on the you know, the keyboard here. So, and it was wearing it down. So this is, yeah, pretty good, pretty responsive. Let's go ahead and go through finishing the setup, and then we'll jump into, I guess, wrapping up and fun thoughts before we go ahead and give my verdict and let you guys know what I think. Okay, so yeah, just wrapping up on this video then. All seems really, really, really good value. Yeah, absolutely love this. Touchscreen's really, really responsive. Obviously already showed you that, but all in all, pretty good for what I paid, you know, just over £1,000. I thought was really reasonable, given I bought it direct, so which I wasn't expecting. Acer had an offer on. They might have one on right now, I'm not too sure, but I think they had like a back to school or preparing for back to school offer. But anyway, all really good. I think it's worth buying, definitely for business. Nice and sturdy. You know, the hinges look really sturdy as well. Just really well designed, really well thought out, very comfortable. Going to be good if you're working long hours at a laptop, which sometimes I do. So I think it's good all rounder, you know, maybe for students as well, probably all good for that. So seems to be able to handle multiple things at once. I did do some testing, you know, camera seems good, seems, you know, playback for video seems pretty good, doesn't seem to lag. So yeah, all in all, I think it'd be a good purchase. There's a link in the description if you do want to check it out. Obviously the prices will vary, but yeah, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully this unboxing was useful. Let me know. The other thing I'm happy to do as well is if you have any questions as we go ahead, just leave a comment and I can answer them. And if you're watching this video a little bit later, just if you want to ask how I'm getting on with it. So if you're watching this video maybe a few months or possibly longer after doing this video, feel free to just drop me a comment, say, hey, how you getting on with the Acer Swift 14? I'll do my best to answer them. All right, thanks for watching and see you on another.